Hey there, Aries. How's it going? Welcome to your week of April 25th, 2022. We're going to be looking at your past, your present, and your future here in this reading. Your energies here. We're going to clarify them all, and then we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the reading. So you're going to want to stick around. Actually, 2 oracle cards. Some little bit of advice here for you at the end of the reading. So you're going to want to stick around for all that because something may resonate later on in the video that may not resonate early on in it, because sometimes these don't resonate all the way through with everyone. Sometimes there's an instantaneous kind of like, click, and sometimes there isn't. So just be aware of that. And if something doesn't, resonate with you, it's just not part of your message. Or if the whole thing, you get to the end and it doesn't resonate at all, it's just not your entire message, or it's just not for you. So no worries about that. All right, here, Aries. So let's take a look here, see what we got for you. All right, your card to keep an eye on this week is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. I was going to say the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of, it can be a card of nostalgia. Interesting, we have the Six of Swords underneath here, so double sixes, but it is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of, maybe someone coming in from the past here. So maybe you're dealing with someone from the past, some of you this week. It can also be a card of just gifts coming in for you, opportunities coming in for you. As you can see, there's being an offer being made here. So interesting there. I also say it's interesting with the Six of Swords underneath here because it is a card of moving on from rocky waters, a rough situation, something you might be dealing with, into a calmer situation, into a situation that's more easily to deal with here. So, but we're starting things off here. We'll keep that stuff in mind. We're starting things off in your past energy here. 7 of Wands, the Hermit, and the Empress here. Really interesting because the 7 of Wands is talking about, standing your ground, holding your position, really trying to fend yourself off, maybe in a precarious position, like we had with that Six of Swords down there, where it's kind of like you might be in a rough spot. You're also a bit in a rough spot here with that 7 of Wands as well, because you're walking a tightrope here while people are trying to knock you over, or, maybe they're not trying to knock you over, but they're waiting. They're waiting for you to inevitably mess up or something, right? That's what they want, because if they mess up, they can, then they can get at you, right? And tell you, oh, you did it wrong. You messed up. Look at you. Told you that was a bad idea, right? In the meantime, you're trying your best. With the Hermit and the Empress here too, though, that looks really nice because the Hermit is all about going after what you want in your life, being able to see clearly, see where you need to go in your path here. So I feel like, again, we're up high, like, you have clarity, I feel, because you're up high with both of these, up on a tightrope, up on a mountain, being able to see everything, see what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And with the Empress here, you're in a mindset, I feel, or at least you're coming from a position of a mindset of abundance, of saying like, yeah, there's plenty out there for me. There's lots of opportunities. There are lots of things for me to do here, and I'm going to try my best. Like, maybe I'll make a mistake here or there. It happens to the best of us, but I'm not going to let that keep me down, which that looks great. So Aries, let's look at your clarifiers for this here. See what we got going on. Oh, popping out, clarifying the 7 of Wands. We got the 10 of Swords. We also have Journey showing up here. What you got going on there, buddy? Oh, bless you. With the 10 of Swords here, it's saying don't dwell on things. Don't worry about it. Like, if people are waiting there for you to mess up, they're waiting to get you with a, aha, I told you so, right? That kind of energy. Don't worry about that. Don't dwell on that. Worry about you. Keep your head in your own boat, right? Clarifying the Hermit. We have the Hermit. Look at that. So yeah, again, you just know what you want. You know what you're doing. Focus on you, right? Focus on your path. Focus on what you're trying to achieve, right? Don't worry about somebody else. Don't worry about what they're saying. You're doing what you know you need to do, right? And clarifying the Empress here. We got the Knight of Pentacles. It takes as long as it takes, right? Don't get discouraged because people are saying, oh, well, I know so-and-so did this in such a hurry. I know this person, did it, and they were this far along, right? And look at you, you've been doing this for way longer, and you're still not achieving anything. Don't worry about that, right? Trust the process. Trust that you're on the right path, because you've seen the right path with the Hermits here. With the Hermits, you're up on top of the mountain. You've seen the right path. You know where you need to go here. That's also really good for those of you, Aries. Oh, excuse me. That's also good for those of you Aries out there who have Virgo in your chart, as the Hermit represents Virgo, so that means you're coming in a super strong way. So I love that too. In your present, we got the Three of Cups, the Death card, and the Sad Squirrel here. And I feel like this is kind of, maybe you're feeling a little down because people are making that comparison, right? You're not making as much progress as everyone else is, and it's kind of making you wish you could. You know, that Three of Cups represents celebrations, represents, enjoying life. It represents your community and everyone coming together around you. But we got that Sad Squirrel down here as well, who is kind of saying like, hey, back off. I'm doing this on my own, right? It's almost as if, especially with Death here between the two, it's almost as if they're having like a change of heart almost. Like they're seeing like, oh, I'm really seeing Aries' commitment to this. I'm really seeing how strong you are at this time. And they're like, well, I'm going to try and help you out. And then it's kind of turning into kind of like a, was it Chicken Little? Where it's like, you didn't help me make the bread or do all this or whatever. Why should you get to celebrate my victories, right? So I feel like you're kind of maybe in a bit of that energy where it's like, well, you didn't help me before. I'm not accepting your help now, right? There's a sort of a change, right? Death is about cycles coming to an end. It's almost as if you're swapping places with these people who've been criticizing you here. It's interesting too, on this diagonal we have here, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Death, and then the Knight of Pentacles again. It's like a change of progress, Like, no, the more things change, the more they stay the same. There's still that trust of progress, but I feel like it's almost as if you're slow to kind of, warm up to them now, whereas they were slow to warm up to you. Now it's kind of like the shoes on the other foot. You weren't there when I was asking for help. Well, why should I be there now when you're wanting to celebrate my successes? Let's clarify this, though. See what we got going on. What do we got for you here, Aries? Interesting. Could be similar, though, as well for some folks. Like, again, you might be feeling like you're not making the progress. You want celebrations and stuff in your life, and you're kind of turning into that sad squirrel because of this, because of those lack of celebrations, those lack of victories here. Interesting. Let's clarify that Three of Cups, though. You got the King of Pentacles. Yeah, they're seeing you as a King of Pentacles. They're seeing you as a hard worker. They're seeing you as someone who has been putting the time in, regardless of whether it's like, maybe been profitable or stuff, right? Like maybe you're starting up a business or something like that, or you're starting up a YouTube channel or something, and you're not getting views, or you're not getting subscribers, or you're not getting customers, the way, one would expect, or the way they think you should be, right? But they're seeing you're putting in the progress and the time anyway, which they admire. So let's clarify the Death card. Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah, it's kind of like they're trying to offer an olive branch for you. And Spike down here, I'm trying to play with my microphone. But it's almost as if they're trying to offer you an olive branch here with that Ace of Pentacles. They're trying to offer you like, hey, like, look what, I think you were wrong. I think I was wrong, and I'm trying to offer you like, an opportunity here. Maybe there's a thing here for you, some sort of opportunity for you to help you out, to, maybe engage, to maybe celebrate what you've been doing. And I just feel like you're kind of not receptive to that at this time, because it's like, again, it's kind of like, it's either you're like, well, where were you before? Keep your hands off my stuff. Or it's more of a like, oh, you're pitying me now. Like, like, why should I accept your help? You're just trying to pity me so that you can say, oh, look, I was right. You couldn't have done this without my help, that sort of thing. Four of Swords as well. Being isolated, being on your own goes right hand in hand with that sad squirrel, right? Being kind of like, stay away from me. I want to be on my own. Leave me alone. But I feel like there are blessings here for you, and there are opportunities here for you if you're willing to open your mind to them, right? Like if you're willing to open up to them, let bygones be. You've got bygones, water under the fridge. It's all just water under the fridge. Don't worry about it, right? But yeah, I just, sorry, I've been watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys lately. But yeah, I just feel like if you just kind of let bygones be bygones, and you kind of just let things kind of be what they were here, rather than being kind of closed off here at this time. In your future row here, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the High Priestess. That's all very good. Again, progress being slow, and it is what it is, but there is a fortuitous time here for you. It's almost as if the process is paying off with that Wheel of Fortune, which is great. And with the High Priestess here, it feels like you're going to get a sense like there's a change in the air. There's a change in the winds here too. And with the High Priestess as well, she's got the moon, not just represented in her horns and her hat there, or her crown, but she also has the moon at her feet too. if you can see that past Journey's head. But it's just to say, like, things come and go in cycles. So, like, you may be on a down cycle, but I feel like you may have been in a down cycle back here, but in the future, you're moving up. You're moving into a good position here, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's look at your clarifiers for your outcome, or your outcome cards here. Clarifiers for your future cards here. And then, again, we'll look at some oracle cards for you to wrap everything up here. And with that Six of Cups, too, right? There's another offer on the table for you as well. And the Six of Swords, moving out of a rough position into a good one, right? The process is paying off here big time, I feel. So we're going to pop out. It's the Seven of Cups here with clarifying your Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like your dreams are coming true, you know? All these things you kind of fantasized or dreamt about or wished would happen are coming true here in the future. I like that because of the process, because you've been sticking with it. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. We got the Devil here. So this is something that you've really put on a pedestal, something that's very important to you, that you're trying to accomplish here, and the fates and luck and everything is turning in your favor so that you can, achieve that and realize it. And clarifying the High Priestess. We got the Tower. So big time change is coming, and you know it's coming. I feel like you can sense it. Like it's going to be something, something in the air here for sure. So let's look at your oracle cards, wrap up this reading for you, and see what we got here. We have got for my Aries watching this. What do we got for you? We've got the Owl Spirit saying, you see clearly now, goes hand in hand with that Hermit. You're seeing, you have clear vision this whole time, for sure. You know what's up. It's just a matter of sticking it out through thick and thin. And I feel like you're going to win these people over. It's just you got to be, stick with it and be receptive for them trying to help you out if they do churn over a new leaf. Don't be that kind of person that wakes up and you're like, I'm not going to be the bigger person or something, right? Like, no, this is all right. It's okay to be the bigger person and let them admit that they were wrong about you. And we got the Dove Spirit. Be at peace. Yeah. Don't be at war with yourself and with others. Be at peace here, because that's the best way to further yourself along here. So I hope that helped you out. I hope that resonated with you here, Aries. So if you want to help out the channel, best ways to do so, leave a like down below, comment on the channel, subscribe to the channel as well if you want to stick around and see what we do here every week. You can also check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos after this one, see what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. And I will see you, Aries, next time.